You can feel it, can't you? That quiet shift moving through your life. Not tomorrow, not next year. Now. It doesn't come with fireworks. It doesn't blast out of the sky like some big Hollywood reveal. No, it slips in softly, like a whisper at the edge of your awareness, like a song playing faintly in another room, when you can almost hear, but not quite. Most people miss it. They're too busy scrolling, stressing, rushing. They confuse the signal with noise. But you're here. And if you're here, it means a part of you already knows. Something big is stirring. It's not your imagination. It's not just a phase. It's the universe rearranging the furniture of your life. And yes, that might mean things look messy right now. But messy doesn't mean meaningless. Messy usually means something new is moving in. Think about the last few weeks or months. Have you felt like things are off? Like conversations land differently? Like coincidences line up too perfectly to ignore? Or maybe you felt restless, like your skin doesn't quite fit anymore. Like you're standing on the edge of something you can't name. That's not random. That's not mood swings. That's the tremor before the breakthrough. Here's what most people don't get. The universe doesn't start by changing your outer world. It starts by changing you. Your thoughts, your emotions, the way you see yourself. That's why right before your breakthrough, things can feel like chaos. Like you're losing pieces of yourself. Like nothing works the way it used to. And yeah, it's uncomfortable. I won't sugarcoat it. Sometimes it feels like being in the middle of a renovation. Dust everywhere, walls torn open, wires hanging loose. You're thinking, why did I even start this? My old house wasn't that bad. But give it time, the new structure is always worth the mess. Because here's the truth. The signs of your breakthrough don't look shiny at first. They look confusing. They look frustrating. Sometimes they look like heartbreak. But underneath, they're signals. And once you learn to recognize them, you'll realize the universe has been talking to you all along. Let's walk through them. Not in a listy way, more like a journey, because that's what this is. A journey through the cracks, the coincidences, the whispers you've been ignoring. Now, the cracks begin to show. Breakthroughs rarely feel like breakthroughs at first. They feel like breakdowns. Think about it. Every time you've outgrown something in life, a friendship, a job, even an old version of yourself, it didn't just gently fade away. It cracked. And cracks can be scary. The job that used to feel safe suddenly feels suffocating. The relationship that once made sense now feels like a cage. The habits you leaned on for comfort start leaving you empty. Most people see cracks and think, something's wrong with me. But what if cracks are where the light sneaks in? What if the irritation you feel isn't failure? It's the first sign that your soul is too big for the container it's been living in. Imagine a seed underground. Before it breaks the surface, the shell has to split open. From the outside, that looks like destruction. But from the inside, that's the only way life moves forward. Another sign is restlessness. That itchy, buzzing feeling in your chest that tells you the life you're living doesn't quite fit anymore. You go through your day and nothing's really wrong, but nothing feels right either. It's like putting on your favorite pair of jeans only to realize they don't fit the same way they used to. You can still wear them, technically, but you can't breathe. That's restlessness. It's your inner self whispering, "Hey, time to upgrade." Of course, we humans love comfort. We'll try to silence that restlessness. Netflix binges, extra scrolling, eating snacks we don't even like. But you can't numb something that was designed to wake you up. That restlessness is the universe's way of nudging you towards your next chapter. Now here's where things get spooky. The coincidences start to stack. Those moments where life feels like it's winking at you. The same numbers keep popping up. A stranger says the exact words you needed to hear. You think about someone and suddenly they text you. You can call it luck. You can call it the brain noticing patterns, but deep down, you feel it. That pull in your stomach that says, this isn't random. The universe doesn't send you a PDF of your life plan. It gives you breadcrumbs. Little nudges that say, this way. And the more you pay attention, the more those breadcrumbs turn into full-on neon signs. But most people dismiss them. They say, just coincidence. And they miss the magic happening right under their nose. Don't be that person. Right before a breakthrough, emotions go wild. One day you feel unstoppable, like you're ready to take on the world. The next day you can't even get out of bed. It's not because you're broken. It's because you're expanding. Think of it like stretching a rubber band. The more it stretches, the more tension you feel. But that tension, that's growth. That's space being made for the new you. So when you find yourself crying out of nowhere, laughing at random, or feeling everything more deeply than usual, don't judge it. Feel it. That's your system recalibrating. That's the old weight leaving so the new energy can flow in. And here's the hard one. Right before a breakthrough, endings happen. Jobs end, friendships end, relationships end, sometimes suddenly, sometimes painfully. It's brutal, I know. It feels like loss, like the universe is taking away things you cared about. But think of it this way. When you update your phone, some old apps stop working. Not because the phone hates them, but because they're not compatible with the new system. That's what's happening in your life. The universe is upgrading your system, and anything that doesn't align with where you're going, it has to go. And then, something surprising. After the chaos, the emotions, the endings, you feel a strange calm. Not peace exactly, more like stillness. Like standing at the edge of an ocean right before the tide pulls in. That's the threshold. The pause before the leap. And if you felt it, that eerie quiet where it seems like everything has stopped moving, it's not emptiness. It's preparation. The calm before your world rearranges itself. Now, here's the thing. Most people ignore these signs. They call it bad luck. They call it mood swings. They try to patch up the cracks, numb the restlessness, dismiss the coincidences, and cling to what's ending. And then they wonder why they feel stuck. But you wouldn't be here listening to this if you weren't different. If you weren't ready to stop seeing chaos as punishment and start seeing it as preparation. Because the truth is, your breakthrough isn't coming someday. It's already here. The signs have been in motion. The question is whether you'll notice them, whether you'll trust them, whether you'll step through the door when it opens. And yeah, I get it. That's scary. Trusting the unknown is terrifying. But the unknown is also where the magic lives. So if life feels like it's falling apart, if you're restless, if coincidences keep stalking you, if emotions are hitting hard, if endings keep ripping things away, don't ignore it. That's not chaos. That's construction. You're not losing. You're being aligned. You're not breaking. You're breaking through. And the universe isn't asking for your control. It's asking for your consent. So here's the choice. Will this shift happen to you or through you? Subscribe if you're ready for what's next.